neath the window. For her, I feel so afraid. On her 22nd birthday, she already is an old maid. For her, death is quite romantic. She wears an iron vest. Her profession's her religion. Her sin is her lifelessness. And though her gaze is fixed upon God's great rainbow, she spends her time digging in Desolation Row. Now it's time disguised as Robin Hood, with his memories in a trunk. Passed this way an hour ago with his friend, the jealous monk. Oh, he looked so immaculately frightful as he bummed a cigarette, and he went off sniffing drain pipes and reciting the alphabet. Oh, you wouldn't think to look at him, but he was famous long ago for playing electric violin on Desolation Row. Now the moon, it's almost hit. The stars are beginning to hide. The fortune-telling ladies already taking all the things inside, all except for Cain and Abel and the hunchback of Notre Dame. Everybody's either making love or else expecting rain. He's dressing, he's getting ready for the show. He's going down to the carnival tonight, Desolation Row. Dr. Phil, he keeps his world inside of a leather cup, and all his sexless patients, they're all trying to blow it up. And his nurse, some local loser, she's in charge of the cyanide hole. She also keeps the cards that read, "Have mercy on his soul." They all play on the penny whistle. Yes, you can hear them blow. If you lean your head out far enough, Desolation Row. Across the street, they've nailed the curtains. They're getting ready for the feast. Phantom of the Opera, in the perfect image of a priest. They're spoon-feeding Casanova to get him to feel more assured. Then they'll kill him with self-confidence after poisoning him with words. And the Phantom Casanova's just been punished for going to Desolation Row. Now at midnight, all the agents and this superhuman crew go and round up everyone who knows more than they do. Then they take them to the factory where the heart attack machine strapped across their shoulders in the kerosene brought down from the castles by insurance men who go make sure nobody's escaping to Desolation Row. Neptune, the Titanic sails at dawn, and everybody's talking about which side are you on. Ezra Pound and T.S. Eliot, they're fighting in the captain's tower, while calypso singers laugh at them and fishermen hold flies. Between the windows of the sea where lovely mermaids flow, and no one has to think too much about Desolation Row. Yes, I received your letter yesterday about the time the doorknob broke. When you asked how I was doing, was that some kind of joke? All these people that you mentioned, yes, I know that they're quite lame. Had to rearrange their faces, give them all another name. Right now, I can't read so good. Don't send me no more letters, no. Not unless you send them on Desolation Row.
lonesome blues. Love show, you don't ever know. Watch each card you play it slow. Wait until that deal come out. Don't you let that deal go down. No, no. If it costs not to win, even but a lose. You and me better spend some time just wondering what to choose. Don't show, you don't ever know. Watch each card you play it slow. Wait till that deal come out. Don't you let that deal go down. Wait until that deal come out. Don't you let that deal go down. Wait until that deal come out. Don't you let that deal go down. Wait until that deal come out. Don't you let that deal go down. Wait until that deal come out. Don't you let that deal go down. Wait until that deal come out. Don't you let that deal go down. that deal go down. Wait till that deal come out. Don't you let that deal go down. Wait till that deal come out. Don't you let that deal go down.
We'll be back in just a little bit.
And that was the Grateful Dead from Alpine Valley Music Theater, East Troy, Wisconsin, July 19th, 1989. We heard Hell in a Bucket, Sugaree, Mama Tried, Mexicali Blues, Althea, Victim or the Crime, West LA Fadeaway, Desolation Row, and Deal. He corresponded prolifically with his wife, Carolyn, and his friend, Jack Kerouac. Here's an excerpt from a letter from Neal Cassady to his wife, Carolyn Cassady, the last letter that he wrote to his wife before he found out that he was going to be paroled in 2 months from San Quentin. Name Neal Cassady, box number A47667, San Quentin, California. Date 10 p.m., April 28, 1960. Dear wife, I can't believe this is Thursday night, and your birthday to boot. Really, now, my dear, through thick and thin, heart, how does it feel to be 37? Somewhere similar to 73, huh? Well, don't worry, none. When you're 73, I'll have you feeling like you're 37 again. And just think, in less than 37 days, we'll both be feeling like about 3 plus 7, right? Or more realistically, not to mention keeping it all legal, 3 times 7. Say, do you realize that we met at this very season, the year I was 3 times 7? How could you forget, eh? Today's saint is Paul of the Cross, so take heart. So Case is dead. Well, at least he had company in both the hour and manner of his release from misery, for he must have gone at about the same time that we last had an animal put to sleep. Seriously, though, if that isn't serious, what is? We have had our last dog, since the pain of losing one is too great. The self-recrimination for having thereto failed in some ways too great. I can see poor old Case, third in our line, but first in our hearts, dragging himself home, laying at your feet and wagging his tail, cut short and his ears cut long, only gently. Finally his cavalry, the mighty loyal, unshaking submission to your hurting to help will, as you sloshed him into the car. There's love for you. Yes, and the next morning's shattering the wand of hope that he might be mended, no matter how slight the chance, how painful the process, how improbable the successful outcome. So, as with his ignoble predecessor, there was performed the last act of charity, and now the house is empty, like his bed, his dish, our hearts. Yes, my delight at keeping Case was short-lived. Believe it or not, I intuitively knew, in fact commented as much, that I was patting him for the last time when I did so on that dreadful morning the Gestapo called. The sound at the back door will be the wind, not the scratch of Case, wanting in for the nth time after a brief nocturnal investigation of the yard. The muffled thump on the floor will be the costume stand tottering, not Case's expressive stub bumping in the bed as his woeful eyes stare at me lying in it. The rattle of the kitchen will be the kiddies cleaning up the dishes, not Case ravenously cleaning up the last fragments of hamburger and doggy bonbon by scooting his bowl all about. Never again will I see his lithe form jump straight into the air just as I did that saintly friar John of Cupertino, and who can say his was for a better or different reason. And why should Case have died? He had never harmed anyone in this world, had given much delight just in being and existing for us to have and to hold. Yes, why should such a grand dog as he have been, perhaps, or, as it were, killed? I realize the old cry for the ages has rung down in the valley of death, and I expect no answer, even from the Jesuit John when he visits tomorrow. Yet not too much unlike the man who has suddenly found God, and in the light of his new joy wants to sing his praises all at once. I know a new happiness. Happiness isn't planned, it just haps, which, although coming via a sad negativity, Case's death is almost without its bound. For if I feel so sad because of Case's death, how would I feel at yours? Thus, negatively, God has again brought me to my senses, made me appreciate you more, showed me I must let myself go and accept your love to obtain the release of mine. But especially this summer when you are gone, oh, how silent the house will be without a dog. He who, if there is one, has surely ascended into doggy heaven, and so on my part, the answer for why he had to die is simple: to teach love through loss. That's a letter from Neal Cassady, compiled in the book of all of his letters to Jack Kerouac, his wife Carolyn, and some of her letters to Jack, called Grace Beats Karma, Letters from Prison, 1958 to 1960, by Neal Cassady, with a comment by Ken Kesey. That faith that saw him through his lapses had become a faith for everybody that knew him, a mighty bridge to see them across their own chasms. All right, the songs we heard after that Grateful Dead set: Jesus Gonna Be Here from Tom Waits and Bone Machine, and I'm on the Lord's Side from the disc He's All I Need, put together by the San Quentin Mass Choir, a collaboration between the Grateful Dead, the Guards, and the prisoners of San Quentin Prison out in California. You can get this disc through Grateful Dead mail order at 1-800-CAL-DEAD. This program was produced in collaboration with David Gans and Jeff Fishman. I'm Lance Neal. Thanks for listening. We're going to go out with some more of the Tibetan Gyoto Tantric Choir, as recorded by Mickey Hart and his gang on the Ryko disc release Freedom Chants from the Roof of the World. Stay tuned. You're listening to WBAI New York.